Grace and peace to you, sisters and brothers. Amy Wilson Feltz here. I am the pastor of St. Paul's United Methodist Church in El Paso, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me for coffee on this Wednesday morning. As I say every week, it's really a joy for me to meet with you in this way. It's something that nourishes my soul. I hope it does the same for you. So thank you again for joining me this morning. I talk a lot about my kids because they are my greatest teachers right now. And one thing that we enjoy as a family is learning vocabulary together, just in the way that we speak. Jason and I haven't really adjusted the way we speak to each other or the kids since they've come along. We use the words that we've always used, so the kids will ask us often, what does that mean? How do I use that? What does that mean? So it's really fun to be able to teach them just by the way that we speak to one another, and to hear their vocabulary growing because their knowledge and understanding of the world grows at the same time. I was thinking quite a bit about words and vocabulary and meaning as I was reading First Peter recently in preparation for some opportunities that are coming up at the church. The letter of First Peter is in our New Testament toward the end. And there's really interesting passage. There's several interesting passages, but in chapter 2, I would like to read a few verses this morning, beginning in verse 9. Chapter 2, verse 9 of First Peter. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's own people, in order that you might proclaim the mighty acts of God who called you out of the darkness and into the marvelous light. Once you were not a people, but now you are God's people. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. Beloved, I urge you as aliens and exiles or strangers or foreigners in this land to abstain from the desires of the flesh that wage war against the soul. This is the word of God for the people of God. And so we say thanks be to God. So First Peter is all about Christian identity, what it means to be a follower of Jesus in the world in which we live and work and are. So there's this tension here that First Peter sets up for us as being God's chosen holy people, and also strangers and exiles and foreigners in the world. And just a word about the world. The world is not bad. We often say that as Christians, that we are in the world but not of it. We have to be careful of things in the world. The world itself is not bad. The world was created and is being created by God. God said that God's creation is very good. It's good and very good. But there are some things that we experience in the world because of our own choices and because of the way things have fallen through history that are extremely bad and toxic for us, those things that wage war against our soul. And so we are to live in that tension of being God's chosen people, but being forever uncomfortable with the way that things are in the world sometimes. We understand discomfort, especially right now in the midst of a pandemic. And what I'm seeing by and large is this tendency to try to make ourselves as comfortable as possible, as quickly as possible. And it's a natural tendency. But what we are called to do as followers of Jesus is to sit with our discomfort, to sit with our holy discomfort, to look around and see what is wrong and how we can move toward making it better, not just making ourselves comfortable again, getting things back the way that they were, but how we can work toward healing and wholeness when things have gone very wrong in the world. And we have all kinds of opportunities to do that right now. So it's not just about getting our routines back to the way they were. It's about working toward healing when we notice and experience the pain and the injustice in the world. We have a lot of opportunity right now to be uncomfortable, to be strangers, and so much feels foreign to us about things that once seemed so simple. So much seems foreign to us in the ways that we are working, in our daily routines, in our homes, in our churches, in our world at large. So much seems foreign. And again, our tendency is to try to make ourselves comfortable so that things seem right to us again. But the invitation is to work toward healing, to sit with that discomfort, to see what is going wrong in the world, and to do as Jesus would do and does continue to do, move toward that suffering and work toward healing and justice in our own lives and in the greater world. That's the word from 1 Peter. It's so interesting. It's a very short book. It's 5 chapters, and so I want to encourage you to read the whole book this week. And I want to tell you about some opportunities that are coming up from the church. This is not just a shameless plug. I want you to see the way that things are coming together in our community of faith. We are going to launch a new sermon series on Sunday, August the 23rd. It's called Christ and Christianity. It is based in 1 Peter. We will go through the whole book. We'll discuss the whole book, at least each chapter in part, over the next 6 weeks, beginning in August the 23rd. But we also will have a companion Bible study that will meet on Tuesday nights, beginning August the 25th at 6 p.m. Mountain Time via Zoom. So you are all invited to participate in that as well. It doesn't matter where you are, right? In this day and age, that's one of the benefits. We can connect over technology. So if you are interested in learning more about either of those opportunities, you can register for the Bible study on our website, and I'll put the URL of our website right here. You can also register by emailing me. I'll also include my email address. And if you have any questions about how to connect with the sermons or with the Bible study, you can just send me an email and I'll be happy to help you. But I hope that you will consider joining the St. Paul's community as we dive deeper into this book of 1 Peter and we ask questions about Christian identity and what it means to follow Jesus in today's world. And in the meantime, I recognize your discomfort. I recognize my own discomfort in the current situation, and I pray that God will use that holy discomfort to invite us to work toward healing and wholeness in the world. I hope that you have a great Wednesday and a wonderful rest of the week, and I look forward to seeing you, if not on Sunday, back here again on Wednesday for Coffee with Pastor Amy. Grace and peace to you.